Rosa Parks on her.
I don't think that they were
On
thinking.
that
I
part.
don't think they thought that through. Like I said, if it was pants, like if she had the top and it was like some slacks, it would be cool.
Even if it
But
was like her face over the whole thing, it's just in that part.
reverse, like we could have did the a sequence panty and then her face all over the jacket.
No clearance.
What up? What's happening? What's cracking, everybody? And welcome back to another episode of the No Clearance Podcast. I'm your host, Tyler, here with two amazing people. I got the queen of the pod in the place to be. It's KC. KC, how you doing?
I'm doing good. I'm alive and well.
Indeed. And we got producer himself, the master of production. We got Jay here back in the building. Jay, how you doing, man?
I'm good, you know. What Casey likes to say, alive and well.
Mm-hmm.
Indeed. We need alive and well merch. For those who are not subscribed to the Patreon, you missed our travel correspondent Patreon member, Sammy, who told us about his trip to Houston.
Yeah.
He went to the Kendrick Lamar concert.
Very
He gave us a whole rundown of his trip. So if you would like to watch that, listen to that, $5 a month, you can be subscribed to the Patreon and get some exclusive stories from Patreon member himself, Sammy, the legend, the man, the myth. All right, let's get started, bro, because we got some things, man, some real things is going on. Jay, let's get the nerd news, because there's really only one thing that needs to be talked about right now, so please let it be known to the people.
Yes. So this past weekend, Marvel released this next movie, Thunderbolts. And let me tell y'all, I know I've been saying that Marvel's back, but this really put the stamp on it right here. I ain't even fronting. Like, this movie, hands down, is the best Marvel movie I've seen in a very long time. Like, peak Marvel. Like, it felt like how it used to feel back in the day. Like, it actually felt like a movie that they cared about. Like, where they actually cared about the characters, they cared about the story. It felt like how good the like Black Panther movies are, or the Guardians of the Galaxy movies are, or like Avengers Infinity War, Endgame, like
That
those type
level.
of movies. Yes, it was that level of good. Like, I'm literally in the theater from the opening first 5 minutes, the first fight scene you see. The way they shot it is different from any Marvel movie. This shit was crazy. Like, the whole opening like monologue that Florence Pugh's given, where she's just basically talking about where she's been in the last couple years, and the fight scene that she's doing on top of that monologue was beautiful. Like, it was just all in the shadows. It was sick as fuck. Everything about the movie, everything they did to get in the group together was done really well. Like, it reminded me of the first Avengers movie, of how they were all fighting at first and they have to work together to get out of a situation.
Okay.
Every character, I felt like, even the characters you didn't like, they made them likable. Like, they made a U.S. agent from Falcon and Winter Soldier likable. The dude who was the fake Captain America, they made him likable. He sucked.
Yeah.
Ghost from Ant-Man and the Wasp, ain't nobody remember who she is, but they made her likable. And then Florence Pugh, hands down, I think they found their new face of the MCU. That's how good she was.
That's the white woman?
Yes, that's the white woman.
Okay.
That's the new Black Widow. She
killed
it as Yelena in this movie. Acting wise, she was acted the fucking ass off. Like, the movie had emotion. It actually had themes. It was just like a very good movie. Like, it was, even if it wasn't a superhero movie, it was a good movie before it was a superhero movie.
Okay.
Yeah, it got real deep too. It wasn't like a regular like movie too. It got deep. It had themes of depression, loneliness.
That's what I heard. That's
yeah,
what
and it was
been
like,
telling me.
it got real deep. It had some great characters. Like, they introduced Bob, who's the Sentry, which is one of the most powerful characters in all of the MCU. So it was really good. What question?
Bob is a what?
He's the Sentry. So he's one of the most powerful characters in all of Marvel.
Okay.
He's kind of like Superman, but like with a twist.
Okay.
So, like, for instance, the difference between the Sentry and Superman is the Sentry has all the powers of Superman, but he can also like has telekinesis and lift things with his mind and blow things up with his mind at the same time as be super strong and fly and all that stuff.
Okay.
So
And-
it's like Superman and Magneto.
No, because Magneto's not telekinesis.
Oh,
But
Superman and Professor X.
No, because that's not Professor X's power. Anyways,
All right, fuck it.
it's like Superman. It's like Superman and Jean Grey.
Okay.
Like he
Okay,
can
talk
lift
that
stuff
shit.
up with his mind and stuff, and he has a alter personality called the Void, which is like all darkness and stuff, and it brings people into the void. It's a really it's a interesting how they did it. They didn't have like a true antagonist. Like there was an antagonist, but like even at the end, it ended up being not them. They didn't have to punch their way out. They had to like confront their emotions to get their way out.
The antagonist was Bob.
So the antagonist of the movie is Bob, the Sentry, but he's also that's also when he goes to the dark version of himself.
Gotcha.
Like
This the nigga who in the trailer he got his ass shot up. They was shooting at him.
Yeah, that's Bob.
And he was in them old school pajamas. He just shot up
he was in hospital pajamas.
Got you.
But yeah. Every character was good. Red Guardian was hilarious. Bucky had one of the coolest scenes in the Winter Soldier. Bucky had one of the coolest scenes when he showed up on his motorcycle. The action was brilliant. Great movie overall.
So there's one thing I must ask.
What are you gonna ask?
As we know, Thunderbolts had an asterisk next to it.
Yes.
And the rumor around town, Thunderbolts is actually the new Avengers.
Yes. So that's what was revealed. It's not even a rumor. Marvel started dropping posters. They're telling everybody they're the new Avengers.
Well, I saw the white girl revealed it. She took it off the poster.
Yeah.
That was the reveal at the end of the movie. Spoiler alert, that they're the new Avengers.
So no Captain America on the new Avengers.
Technically, there's a version of Captain America.
This the shit I'm talking about.
Oh, you're talking about. So here's the thing, right? Here's the thing.
This the shit I'm talking about.
If y'all want me to spoil the movie for you even more,
I'm not watching it in theaters. So
I'm gonna spoil the movie for it even more. So in the end credit scene, they bring up Captain America, Sam Wilson, and he's suing them for the name of the Avengers. And I hated it because they made this nigga like Drake, and it was corny. And why they do Anthony Mackie like that? I don't like that. I don't like that they did that. Why they have to do that? I don't know why they had to do that. I thought maybe they thought it was gonna be funny, but like I don't like it.
That shit ain't cool.
But it's looking like they're gonna make it there's gonna be two different Avengers teams, and they might be going at it. So Sam Wilson has a better Avengers team, if you think about who's left. If these guys are the new Avengers. But they also hinted at the Fantastic Four in the end credits scene, which I love when they do that, when they have the end credits scene lead to the next movie coming out instead of just leading to some shit that no one ever's gonna know we're gonna see. So like I like that they actually did that because literally the next movie is Fantastic Four, so I like how it led right into it.
Quick question.
Yes.
Oh wait, the ghost shorty, that's a black woman, right?
Yeah.
All right, never mind. I'm out.
I'm screaming.
But yeah, I thought
straight on that. I'm good.
I
I feel like I should support her though.
And yeah, you should.
Nah, they did Mackie dirty. I'm sorry.
They did, but
you know what?
But here's what I was gonna say
Mackie
on that.
dirty.
So this was what I'm starting to realize. Like this is the first movie that they made after their whole upheaval of Marvel when they started realizing their shit was sucking and their shows were sucking. And Captain America was one of the things that they started making before they decided to upheave everything. So since they already started it before they upheaved everything, they couldn't just like scrap it. It would have cost too much money. So they had to stay the way, even though the way was the wrong direction.
Okay.
That's my theory. That's my theory because the way the quality, the difference in quality, from this movie from Captain America is mind-boggling.
Don't get me wrong.
Just from the writing alone, like how they wrote the characters was really good.
I get it, but I just be feeling like now mind you, I guess my thing is Captain America wasn't a bad movie. I truly believe it wasn't a bad movie.
Hmm.
It wasn't bad.
You
I
got to
just
think too. Tyler is skewed because
Yeah.
everything black he thinks is
Yeah, he
phenomenal,
can. Yeah.
and we there.
terribly promoted.
I don't think it was terribly promoted. I think they promoted the best they can because they knew they didn't have a good movie.
Here's the thing.
That's what
No,
I'm
but
saying. So because they
I
already
so what I'm
started
saying is
staring it in the wrong
can't.
direction, that's why I
But
think that they had to do it that way because they were
here's
already
my
doing it
thing though.
bad.
They did such a great job
Mm.
with Daredevil.
Yeah, but that
And
came
Daredevil
after
was in
the
a very
upheaval.
but Daredevil was in a very similar situation.
It's cheaper to reshoot a show than a movie.
True.
Hey man,
True.
You gotta think the numbers.
Nah,
Disney's
fuck all
cheap.
that. Fuck all that.
But I
Fuck all
don't. Hey,
that.
but before we get
I'm
into
gonna say fuck all that.
but before we
Hold
get
on,
into all
let
this
me finish.
conversation, let me finish what I gotta say on the Thunderbolts
All right,
before
go
we
ahead.
get too off too negatively. The Thunderbolts is bringing Marvel back, and I'm happy to see that they got the new Avengers and they made them likable. They gave everyone a superhero moment, and it was at that moment I realized, oh, they're gonna call them the new Avengers at the end of the movie. They didn't redeem every character who was bad, but they made us cheer for them. They made us root for them.
That's
So
hard.
I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Woo! That's hard. That's what's
I
up.
would give it a 9 out of 10, but it only because it wasn't like Avengers level movie. Like it was a regular movie. Like it wasn't like the stakes wasn't too crazy. So I give it an 8 out of 10 just because of that. But other than that, the movie was great. Great way to turn it around. That's all I got to say.
I just don't.
You gotta see the movie. You gotta see the movie.
That's fair.
There
That's
hasn't
fair.
been one person
but
that
to
said the
give it a
movie's bad.
turnaround, to give it the same.
Oh no, this is it. This is
I'm
it.
saying you
No,
gotta
this
give
is
it.
it. This
give
is
it a
it.
face.
This is it. This is it. Nope, this
All
is
right,
it.
now.
They fixed it. They're right in the ship. The ship has been righted. There was no way this movie should have been good. No one gave a fuck about these characters.
But
you know what I'm saying?
that's when they made the best movies.
No, but they don't have James Gunn. James Gunn did that.
James Gunn didn't do Ant-Man.
James Gunn did Guardians of the Galaxy, and Ant-Man movies aren't seen as that popular, aren't that great of movies. They're okay. Everybody loves the Guardians of the Galaxy movies.
That's fair. They do.
You know what I'm saying?
Guardians.
This is what it felt like. It felt like one of those.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're back, baby.
Which is interesting.
We back. We back.
Jalen believes MCU is back.
Marvel's back.
That's what's up, man. All right.
That's
So now,
Jalen's nerd news.
Shout out. Hey, Jay, we appreciate you. Appreciate that. Real quick, Jay, I've gotten to episode 4 on Andor. I know we're going to talk about it all when it's over, but my God.
I got to episode 6.
It's looking good.
Talk to me when you get to episode 6, bro, because that shit was nuts.
I will. I went back and watched Rogue One the other day just to make sure I'm staying fresh. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Andor. All right. KC, it is time to clink the cups.
Clink, 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 clink.
Clink, clink.
Okay, so
wait. Oh, my bad. Casey, real quick. I don't mean to cut you off. You want to do your picks first? Do you want to do your picks first or you want to do the tea?
let's do my picks first.
Let's do Casey's picks first because it is NBA playoff time. We are here with round number 2. I forgot all of Casey's predictions, but it doesn't matter. We are here with round number 2 of basketball. Casey, you did get correct the fact that the Knicks and the Celtics will make it to the next round.
I mean,
the Knicks won game 1 of round 2. However, it's only one game. KC, I know what you're going to say, but Knicks versus the Celtics, who do you have winning this series?
Green.
I believe you. I got Celtics in 6.
And how many games, KC?
No, I do the games.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Y'all try to get spicy.
Yeah.
Don't try to change up the recipe. You know what I mean?
I didn't know.
Yeah.
I got Celtics in 5.
Okay. That's okay. All right. We got the Nuggets versus the Thunder. The Nuggets won a crazy crazy game with a pretty much a buzzer beater by Eric Gordon. So the Nuggets are up 1-0. However, the Thunder is the number 1 seed in the West. KC, who do you have winning? And if you would like any backstories, please ask.
Nuggets or Denver, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets are Denver, and the Thunder is Oklahoma City.
And you said the Nuggets won the last one that they were in?
They won game 1 of the series. They already started.
Fuck it. I'll go Nuggets.
Okay. 2 MVP candidates going against each other. Jokic and Shea Gilgeous Alexander.
You didn't give her the context.
I didn't ask.
Okay.
Those are two teams I don't like,
The Nuggets don't have a coach right now, Casey.
They do have a coach.
They don't have a coach.
They have
So
an interim
which
coach.
one is it? They have a coach or they don't?
They don't have
They
a coach.
have a coach.
No, they have. KC, their coach was fired 2 weeks before the playoffs, and now they got somebody stepping in. That's what they got.
Wait, why was their coach fired?
I don't know. But they're really
We
good,
don't
and their
know.
coach
But you
got
know what?
fired. It's crazy.
Sometimes trauma or, the underdog, shit like that kind of puts a battery in your back,
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. That wasn't even what I was talking about. The fact that Russell Westbrook is coming back to play OKC, I thought that was this nigga showed up and showed the fuck out too. Actually, he had a hell of a game.
Yeah.
But yeah, I forgot about that because I've heard interview from the Nuggets coach, the interim coach.
So they do have a coach.
They have a coach.
Yeah, but he's the interim coach. So
KC.
they don't really
He's
have
a sub.
Nigga, this ain't Bill Russell. This ain't Bill. KC in the Eastern Conference, we have the Cleveland Cavaliers versus the Indiana Pacers. In game 1 of the series, the Cavaliers lost to the Pacers. But Cleveland is the number 1 seed. Pacers is the number 4 seed. KC, who do you have winning?
Shit, I'll go Cleveland.
All right. I like that.
I
Finally,
pick Cleveland too.
The big game for tonight. Even though at the moment, the Cavaliers are beating the Pacers 93-79.
Okay.
But the big game tonight is game 1 of the Golden State Warriors versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. And when I tell you, this game has so much drama.
Why?
Draymond Green last year choked the shit out of Rudy Gobert during a game.
Okay.
You got Jimmy Butler, who used to play for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He had a legendary moment. This is you know them stories that are like nobody's seen it, but it's myth, it's legend.
Mm-hmm.
Where he was holding out. He wasn't even showing up to practice. This nigga showed up to the Timberwolves late and said, pretty much like, y'all niggas is some garbage. They played a full run, and Jimmy Butler played with the backups against the Minnesota starters, and Jimmy and his team beat the shit out of them in practice, and then he left.
Oh.
After that,
he never came back.
Never came. He was sent to Philly. So we got that. We got that as well, and then you also just have Anthony Edwards on this YNs beating the OGs tour. Okay. He took out LeBron in round 1, and I think he's definitely trying to take out Steph.
He's trying to prove a point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Trying to prove a point here. Especially since the Warriors beat Houston, which was supposed to be the YNs, coming to take out the old heads, but they couldn't do it.
Houston still got some learning to do.
Yeah, for sure. So KC.
Not my team.
The Timberwolves are the 6th seed and the Warriors are the 7th seed. Mm-hmm. So the first game will be in Minnesota. But KC, for the series, who you got? Oh, my bad. Real quick. I got Cleveland winning in 6. I got Cleveland winning in 6.
Okay.
I'm confused.
I feel like Steph is really, a talent.
That nigga?
He really is. Like, that's not a talent you come across often.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with Golden. Golden State.
I like that. I like that. And also I got Denver. No, I got OKC winning in 6. If it goes to 7, Denver's gonna win. If it goes to 7, Denver will win. But I got OKC
Oh,
in 6.
Okay.
what about this
And
one?
for this series, yeah, I'm not going against the Warriors. I'm not going against,
Yeah, it's a tough
especially
one.
because Steph is the point guard.
Yeah.
Like it's tougher with it, like LA, like LeBron don't play the point no more, so it's a little that was different. But this one, Steph and all them boys can shoot.
Yeah, all
All them boys. So yeah, all right, okay. Now KC, sorry to interrupt your tea time, but now let's get to the tea. Clink.
Clink, clink.
clink, 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 clink.
Great. All right. So today's tea time is in regards to the Met Gala. So there is a little bit of some controversy with the Met Gala. There were a lot of great outfits. One outfit in particular kind of rubbed folks the wrong way. Lisa, she's an actress off of White Lotus, but I know her as a K-pop artist from the group Blackpink. And her fit, she had a blazer, which was like shimmery or whatever. And then she had something that was kind of like looked like drawers or panties. And if you zoomed into the crotch part, there were images of Rosa Parks.
Ain't no fucking way.
And so
Ain't no fucking
this, in
way.
my opinion, so the theme was very much so like black excellence and tailoring and all the great things that comes from, what is it called? I think it was dapperism, dannyism. Forgot what the ism
Dapper
was.
Dan, right? Dapper
Dapper
Dan.
Dan, yeah. So that was the kind of whole thing, right? And so her outfit, although the waist up was giving like a tailored blazer top, the bottom, I could see what they were trying to do. But I
Oh my
think if
god.
you're going to put images of historically black leaders, whether it's like the civil rights or whatever, instead of doing a panty, it should have been a pant. Like if it was pants that had the images, I feel like it would have been okay. I think because it was underwear s type stuff, I think a lot of people felt like it was disrespectful to
Oh my god.
those who have paved the way and done a lot for us as black people. I
Hey
feel
yo.
bad. I feel bad because art the
Oh
celebrities,
my
wait, hold
god.
on before I ask your opinion. I feel bad because the celebrities are not really in control of like the design, right? They don't control what they're given. They're pretty much just given the outfit and saying, hey, this is going to be your look for the Met. And so I feel bad because she's someone who is never really in controversy. I think she's someone who tries to kind of play it cute. And so I feel bad that she's kind of like the mascot of this like horrendous like outfit choice and idea. I definitely think it's tone deaf, but what are y'all thoughts?
I
So,
mean, Rosa Parks on the coochie is crazy.
oh
It's
wow.
insane.
Okay,
That is
see, so
wow.
the theme is I looked it up. It's super fine tailoring black style.
But it's
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
certain the
Yeah.
name I said before, yeah.
Was
Apparently
it
it's
black
like the first
dandyism?
time the theme is
Dandyism.
kind of like a ode to
Dandyism.
like black men or something like that.
That's
So
crazy.
I looked into dandyism because I was like, oh, that's interesting. I knew the tailored part, right? But
Yeah.
I watched this couple of videos and reels where dandyism is pretty much, it's this idea of expressing yourself. It's also this idea of you want to look like money, you want to look like success, and it doesn't necessarily mean, hey, I have like Louis Vuitton on. It's like, hey, I'm gonna pick out these fabrics and threads and create this outfit. A lot of people were saying it was an ode to Andre Talley. I forget his middle name, but he was someone who was a big figurehead in fashion, especially at the Met Gala. So they were like, this is an ode to him. So when you're thinking of dandyism, he's somebody that you could think of as a I
Oh.
don't want to say a founder, but he's somebody who makes it like popular and things of that nature. Another person that you can think of would be Pharrell, Andre 3000. For women, you can think of Janelle Monáe. She's someone who does it really
Okay.
Okay.
well. So it's the
This is giving it's giving like 70s mobster or
mm-hmm.
like the beginning of Malcolm X
So
when
what?
Yeah.
he was
So
red. No, yeah.
And I want to say the brand that dressed Lisa in that was Louis Vuitton.
Yeah,
yeah,
what were they
she had
thinking?
LV on the
Mhm.
thigh.
That's crazy.
See, this is the second time Louis Vuitton
Wait,
has
ain't
really
Louis V
been messing up.
racist?
Hmm.
Ain't they the racist one?
Ain't Dapper Dan? Is Dapper Dan with Louis V?
I don't think he was.
I don't
No.
know.
Who
Mm-mm.
Dapper Dan?
I knew he was
who's
with
I
Dapper
thought he
Gap.
was with either Gap or Ralph Lauren.
I thought it was
Dapper
them too.
Dan's with like a high fashion.
I thought it
brand,
was
see?
Gap because they have the Dapper shirts or the
Mhm.
Dap shirts.
Well, I think that was a collab.
Why would they? Why? Oh, okay, that might have been.
That was a collab. Mhm.
Why would they put Rosa Parks on her?
I don't think that
On
they were
her- on that
thinking. I don't
part?
think they thought that through. Like I said, if it was pants, like if she had the top and it was like some slacks, it would be cool.
Even if
But-
it was like her face over the whole thing, it's just in that part.
Reverse, like we could have
Yeah.
did the a sequence panty and then her face all over the jacket.
Yeah, something like that.
But then I feel like we've had this conversation before. Sometimes I think about who are in the rooms when we're making these decisions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. I
Because
feel like
there's
this
no
is,
way this is not one person thought of it and they ran with
Yeah.
it. Multiple people had to like check this off.
This is one of
It's
those
crazy,
things
bro.
where, like, sometimes when you have black events, not everybody should be invited. And
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like this is one of those situations. Now, nothing against the poor little Korean girl, but like I
she's
don't.
not Korean. She's just a K-pop artist.
Oh, you could be a K-pop artist and not be Korean.
Mm-hmm. A whole bunch of them
Oh.
are like from Canada, the
Oh.
Philippines, Japan.
Oh.
Yeah, they're all from all over.
Oh,
She
okay.
did a
Well,
great job on White Lotus, by the way.
well, Lisa,
Mm-hmm.
this young Asian lady, maybe she had no idea how offensive.
There's
that
no
could
way.
have- could have been
Because
anybody with some sense could have
knew.
seen that and be like,
But here's
I'm not
my
gonna
thing.
put a civil rights leader on my coochie.
I don't. But the
But
thing
what
about
if they
it,
make options though? They're not gonna make
here's
options.
so when I'm going based off videos I've seen like celebs release after the Met, like of like them
Yeah.
getting ready. One example that I was that I'll go to is Kim K. So Kim is always at the Met. Like no matter what's going on in her life, she will absolutely be at the Met.
Yeah.
I've
She look
seen
like a
her
smooth
prep.
criminal.
They do this months in like the top of the year, well before the Mets coming around, where brands will actually shop around and reach out to you to do said collab, right? Hey, I want you to wear my clothes type thing. So it's also where you want to maintain that relationship. So I'm sure we don't know if she has partnerships with LV, what the relationship might be. I don't want to assume that she knows the history because I think if we look around the world, I don't think everybody really knows the in and out about like slavery, civil rights. And things.
exactly.
They know the generic stuff.
It's like
I
we
would
don't know about other people's countries, their their stuff.
We don't know about real talk what created the Vietnam War from the Vietnamese side, right? So there's things that I feel like she didn't know, but also is it a space, right, where I'm going to represent this brand? Is there a space where I have an opportunity to give feedback?
That's what I watched that show with Jada. It looks like they have meetings about the outfits before though, right? Maybe she don't got that pull like Kim Kardashian.
That's my thing.
Whose face should be on the panties? Lil' Kim?
I don't think anyone's face should be on the panties,
no
Tyler.
face should be on the drawers.
This is supposed to be
That's
a prestigious event. It's supposed to be
I'm
a
just
classy
saying,
thing.
if
It's
you're
supposed
gonna
to
be artistic,
classy.
if you're going to be artistic and put somebody's face on the drawers, why don't it be somebody who represented sexual freedom or somebody of that nature?
I wouldn't do that at all. I don't want to.
You wouldn't put Cardi B on some WAP draws?
No.
You wouldn't put Meg on some WAP draws?
I'm not putting
Not for the damn Met Gala, Tyler.
I'm just saying, bruh.
It's
but
the
all I'm
Met
saying
Gala.
is there could have been better options.
There could have been
Rosa Parks
nobody's.
is not.
How about no black woman on the little Asian girl's panties? How about that?
How about nobody on her panties?
Yeah, how about nobody on her panties? How about
weird.
that? Yeah.
And then my thing is and then you're making people have to zoom in close to your crotch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Why?
It's weird.
Yeah, bro. That's
Why
wild,
couldn't she
bro.
show up like Sabrina Carpenter? She had no clothes on, but it was a tux.
Flowers.
Here's my thing, because there are some people that I think missed the mark. This event was so black that I think if you didn't show up accordingly, it was racist to me.
It's a little bit.
So Kylie Kendall Jenner showed up, and in the dress she wore, I felt like, yeah, you don't like niggas. You anti-black. You didn't show up and show out. You didn't dress to the tens. I think that's anti-black.
Oh yeah, she looked. Yeah.
You look regular. All the other intricate themes you showed up, showed out. The black one, you gonna just throw a gray dress on? That's anti-black. That's
Interesting.
something not right with you. Yeah, you're not cool.
No diamonds, no
No,
diamonds,
nothing.
no
No,
nothing.
nothing crazy.
But you know what? Before I want to focus on the negative. The other thing I wanted to
Bland.
mention during my tea time before we make that hard transition is Rihanna is fucking pregnant with baby 3, and I fucking called that
Golly.
shit. I called it.
Yo,
I called it.
my boy ASAP don't miss. He don't ever miss. Maybe in the studio, but he don't miss when it's in the sheets.
Now,
Good
here's
for
the thing
him.
I'll say. I'll say this. I had time to sit with this, because I saw it and I was like, okay, R9's not fucking happening. But this is what I'll say. I love
never.
this for Rihanna because I think as women, we are often told that your biological clock is ticking. And to see Rihanna have these babies in her 30s and thrive and do well, it's dope. It's helpful. It gives us women in our 30s, optimism. We're it's like, hey, it's never too late. I will say, hey, you cool on 3. We cool. Let's, you know what I mean?
Wow. No.
We cool.
Keep cranking, Ree.
Nah, if we gonna
Keep
crank
cranking,
while you in the booth, huh?
I'd rather have
Lay a track or two.
She a billionaire, right? So I
she
need
can really
more
have
children.
She can really have as many as she wants. Yeah,
All
yeah,
she
crank
doing
them out,
is raising
Rihanna.
children and making billions.
True, I guess.
I'm gonna be,
Ree.
it's funny. It's funny we talk about this, Casey, because I know you want music from Rihanna.
I do,
but I know you want music from Ree. But she ended on such a high, like
she said. But she's mentioned in interviews with people like, "Nah, my next project is not gonna be what people expect." So we're gonna get something. It's just the waiting. I can't do the waiting. I need her to come
sometimes
we gonna get her next album when she old.
Yeah, there's times I feel like it's cool. Sometimes I'm like, you know what, Reed? Like, I'm good with it. Like, if you want to,
if this is like your last project, you're cool with like that. I mean, this.
If anti was it,
debate.
like because anti, I think anti truly, it stands the test of time, as we all know. It stands the test of time, and I don't believe it gets the credit it deserves.
It doesn't
for what it was in 2016. I think it goes very much toe to toe with Lemonade.
I can see that.
And I feel like if it wasn't for the events around Lemonade, I think we talking about anti and Lemonade in different lights. Lemonade had a very different marketing. Not to say it was intentional, but it was a bigger storyline. There's a lot of shit around that album that Anti didn't have. But Anti was just like, when Work came out, you was like, this is undeniable.
Yeah.
This is the most undeniable shit I've ever heard.
And I'll say this. I think Rihanna has a talent and an ability to... A lot of people say, oh, Rihanna can't sing. But I do think being able to sing is a skill. Not everybody can play that off. You know what I mean? I think her ability to make melodies catchy, so much so where it's like you hear it more than 5 times, you're automatically stuck in your head. Not every song has the ability to do that. And I think, although Rihanna's not somebody that's like, oh, I'm writing all of my stuff, but still, the ability to take somebody else's words and convey it as your own, that's a talent, that's a skill in itself. I definitely think Anti was good. There was a lot of good songs on there. I think I loved the whole album front to back. Now I will say the songs I love the most were the shortest ones, where it's like, Rihanna, we just needed like 2 more minutes, or 1 more minute on that song. But it's solid. Yeah. So I feel like if she's never gonna produce anything ever again, that's not a bad note to end on.
It's like we know Insecure ain't never coming back.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm good with that.
I'm not but I'm not. She gonna drop something.
Yeah, when
shout out to ASAP.
When she 50.
Shout out to ASAP, man. My man said I'm free, so it's time.
When the kids are in their 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She don't have them playing bongos in the background.
I'm
Yeah, it's
screaming.
beautiful. It's beautiful to see
Rapping and stuff.
people just having kids, man.
Yeah.
It is. It is.
And she looked good. She looked good at the gala. She did her
Mm.
thing. Shout out to all the athletes. Shout out to all the athletes that pulled up to the gala. Let me scroll through real quick.
Yeah, the
Jalen
outfits.
Hurts.
The outfit. Oh, Jalen Hurts looked
Yeah.
great. He
Jalen
looked-
Hurts and his
he looked
wife.
fine. Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out to
She looked cool,
shout out
too.
Oh, don't be hating. Don't be hating.
She look alright.
She
Joe
was hitting
Burrow
him with
came
the
correct.
leg. She hit him
The
with
white
leg.
boy Joe Burrow came correct. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Of course, Russell Wilson and Sierra.
I feel like they never miss when it come to the Met.
Hey,
They're like
hey,
a
hey.
calmness with it.
Hey Russ.
Oh shit.
You lucky you play for the New York Giants, because if you was with any other team, I'd have told your ass to go back and get in the playbook.
I'm screaming.
Nigga, you got about 1 or 2 years left. If you don't show the fuck up this season, I'm gonna come back to these Met Gala photos.
Hey, yeah, they did look good. They
No,
look
I'm
good.
just saying.
But Sierra normally she dresses really well at the Met.
Shout out to Stephon Diggs.
What did
He
wear?
had the big fur coat with the red shoes. This is very interesting. But and then Simone Biles and her husband.
Oh.
Yeah, that was hard.
They look solid. Yeah, they were good.
Yeah, her
Yo,
husband.
Stephon Diggs came in look like he came from the fucking Lion King. This nigga was fucking.
Yeah, that's a
came
fact.
in clean, bro. Oh, this nigga came in
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
hard,
yeah.
man.
I hate you, not the Lion King.
You know, he repped the deal. You know what?
Oh yeah, Simone
That's-
look good. She look cute.
Yeah.
She's so
Yeah.
little.
You know,
I feel like saying Simone look cute is like the highest compliment you can get. Let me stop. That's major.
you know, I think
Now, you know what? I'm gonna change it. She look fine as hell. You gonna call her look? She a champion.
here's my thing. So I
Go ahead, Casey.
I want to go through the looks that I think ate down. Okay.
Okay.
Based on because when I watch the Met, I'm like, are you on theme? Are you on brands? The people that I felt like were on brands, Andre came in brand.
You talking about 3 Stacks?
Yeah,
Absolutely, he came on
With
brand.
the man came with the piano on his
Andre
back.
could have just showed up as himself because this is like his regular dress. This is regular style.
Yeah.
I appreciated him. I love the piano on the back.
KC. Speaking of that, he has dropped the album, and the album cover is a drawing of him with the piano on his back, literally in that outfit.
See what I'm
But
saying?
it's a drawing.
That's called
in black.
advertisement.
And so he has 7 songs, and I'm pretty sure it's him on the piano. I haven't listened to it yet, but he did drop a project.
Okay.
He did drop a
yeah.
project. Yeah.
Another person who I feel like a lot of people were trying to play in her face, but I think sometimes we expect her to do too much, and that's when you got to come with the calm. Zendaya shut that shit down.
Yo,
okay.
She looked like a smooth criminal.
There was an actress, I don't know her name, God, Father forgive me, but she had a similar kind of flow. She had a white suit.
Oh, the girl from Shogun.
But this is an example of what tailoring does to a suit. Because Zendaya's shit was tailored to the T, sharp, I say
she looked like Smooth Criminal.
Zendaya took that over the other actress. The other actress, you could tell she just threw that on. The outfit was wearing her. She wasn't wearing it. So shout out to Zendaya. Smooth.
Zendaya gives smooth criminal Michael Jackson type vibe right there.
Very much so.
It fits Zendaya better than the other girl.
That's what I'm saying. When
she was swimming in that suit.
This is the importance of tailormanship. Getting your stuff tailored and fitted to you because it looks more flattering. I don't like her too much, but I'll give her credit. Tyler looked good. Her dress was nice. Her ode to Andre, appreciated that, loved that. One person that I love their fit, but I was kind of, I don't know. It was calm for her. Nicki Minaj. Nicki Minaj had a good little outfit. I think Tom Brown dressed her. It wasn't bad. It had the idea of a suit, but it was made to tailor her body. So I appreciate that. Looked good.
Hey, they look respectable. She looked respectable.
It did.
She looked her age. She looked her age.
So everybody I just mentioned were all styled by LaRoche, who was like one of the people that really kind of spearheaded and was responsible for the Met and the theme this year and things of that nature. He
Oh,
looked
that's how you
good.
Okay.
say his name.
He looked, yeah, La Roche. He looked awesome. I love that he didn't do his long black hair that he usually does. I love the pop of short hair and then the bright color. It really meshed well with his outfits. I thought the black people showed up, showed out. You know who else looked good?
Yeah.
Doechii. Did y'all peep Doechii's fit?
Yeah,
I
Doechii
peeped
look with
Doechii
the
with the Louis
shorts.
Vuitton
Yeah, that was
joint on the cheek. Yeah, shout out Doechii, man. Hey, she really been
Doechii looked
killing it in the
amazing.
fashion game.
Doechii.
Yeah.
Coleman Domingo look good.
Nigga, say Coleman.
Oh, I mixed
That
it
you
up.
say he look good or doesn't look good?
Look good. I say look good. Coleman
Okay.
Domingo. When he took off the cape. You know who looked a fool? You know who looked a fool? Dame Idris.
Okay, he did.
So
Why do you
he
say
had
that?
he was marketing for sure because
Yeah,
he
he was
came in with
promoting
the
his movie.
FS1
That
and then they
look a
ripped
fool.
the outfit off of
I
him
thought that was kind of
and
cool.
he had the red
I
suit.
thought it didn't hit as hard as I think he thought it was gonna hit.
Yeah. No, you could tell he thought it was gonna be like.
He thought people was gonna be like,
Yeah,
yo.
niggas was gonna be like,
Oh,
shit, nigga got the
But
It
here's
fell flat to me.
Here's the thing, though. I feel like with the Met Gala, either you play it safe and keep it cute, right? Or you do a big statement piece. I don't think that was a big enough piece for us to be talking about. You know what I mean? Like it was cool. Like you followed the assignment, but you didn't like.
It was
ace the
just a
test.
red suit. It was a basic
Yeah.
suit. It wasn't like
Yeah.
a fancy suit.
And I
You know
want to
who
say
looked
that I don't.
crazy?
Who?
Cynthia Erivo.
No, but I loved it though. That's
Oh,
the
you liked
Met.
it?
The Met is like the dramatic, the shit that you could only wear once and put in a museum. I
Let
loved
me
it.
zoom in. Oh, actually, no, I lied. She looks alright. I don't like her legs.
I
don't
just
like
sent
the
y'all
legs in
SZA.
it.
SZA looked amazing.
SZA,
Looked
let me
dope.
look her up. SZA. I didn't even know she
Nigga
was there.
said-
They didn't even talk about her. Oh, okay,
Nigga said
SZA
I
was
ain't
on
know
Hit
her
the
legs.
Assignment. She
Yeah, she
SZA was
understood.
good in school. She was good at school. You could tell with the big old hat. She looked like that bug. You know the bug is like all black, and then oh no, it's a bird. I'm sorry. It's a bird. It has like the whole black beak, the feathers around it, and it turns to darkness. All you see is his eyes, and it eats the bugs.
I'm screaming.
Nah, that's what she looked like. I don't know what it's called.
Okay, before this nigga keeps going. No, I thought Met Gala was good. Hey, for all my niggas out there, you can go to Men's Warehouse and get your suits tailored for about $40.
You sure could.
It's not expensive at all. For all my niggas that
Hey,
bought some stuff a little too big. It's okay to buy stuff might be a little too big. You can always get it tailored. And Men's Warehouse that's probably the easy most place where it's easy to find. You can always go to the dry cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Them they fix it up for you. They fix it up for you.
It makes a
little
difference.
bit.
It makes a difference
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
It makes a huge difference, fellas. So yeah, make sure you do that. And now understand, once you get it tailored, you can't get wider.
No, you got to stay in that measurement.
Yeah, you gotta stay.
Because
gotta
they
stay.
can't extend it. They can't extend
They
it.
can
They
take
can only
in.
shrink it.
They can
Yeah,
take
they only
in.
can take it in. They ain't putting
They
it
They
back.
can't take out.
They ain't putting it back. They ain't putting it back.
That's a fact.
Yeah, they
Now,
ain't
that's,
putting it back.
now I can't see women's clothes. Do they? Have you ever got anything tailored?
Yeah, I've gotten jeans tailored. I've always also gotten like I have these dress pants. The pants I wore for my birthday that one time I went to a restaurant, those pants were too long and the waist was too loose. I got that tailored.
Yeah.
So it matches the
Okay.
vest because the vest gave it, but the pants wasn't. You know what I mean?
You talking about the pink?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah, the pants
okay,
needed, and I mean, you like to have a little length, and you want it to be loose, but there's a difference between this is
Yeah.
made for me versus I just took it off the rack. You know?
Yeah.
You want
yeah,
your clothes.
yeah.
You want to wear your clothes. You,
You
don't
need
want your
that.
clothes wearing you.
You need that. Yeah. You need that money long. I feel
Mhm.
you. You
Yeah.
need the money long. That's beautiful. That's what's up. Yeah, I didn't know.
Yeah, no, women
All
got their
right.
clothes tailored.
I didn't know like what type of pieces.
No,
You know
I
what
mean
I'm
we
saying?
get
Like,
we get everything tailored.
Yeah.
Like I know my
Yeah.
homegirl, she does a lot of her jeans. Like let's say
Well,
the waist part.
let me
You ain't never
let
seen
me
a
let
woman
me
get a dress tailored. You've gotten
let me
married.
let me refine that. Let me
No,
refine
but I
that.
think he's thinking more so like casual,
When
correct? Like,
when a woman gets her dress, when a woman gets her wedding dress tailored, they call that getting it altered.
Yeah.
Same.
Getting it
premise,
tailored.
though.
I don't know. I didn't know wasn't sure getting tailored, getting altered is the same thing. That's
Yeah,
so
it
when my
is.
wife was like, "Oh yeah, I got my garments altered."
You blow
It's the
my
same
mind,
thing.
T. You blow my
Hey.
mind, Tyler. Sometimes.
Hey, look, wording is very important. Today I
You blow my
learned there's a
mind.
difference between translating and interpreting. So
Mm.
I'm just while it's almost the same, it's different.
True.
I'm not gonna question it, Tyler.
So the same way, so that's why you know.
I'm not gonna
Hey,
question
fella,
it.
you
I'm not gonna
gotta ask
question
questions,
it.
fellas. That's all.
No,
I'm
I mean
asking, you feel
questions
me?
it never hurts.
Nope,
Hey,
nope, they ain't heard me.
you gotta learn some way.
All right,
I was
let's
just
get to
shocked
Tyler's
you didn't know
turntables.
that.
Let's get to
Focus,
Tyler's
focus.
turntables. Thank you. First of all, shout out to Sammy. I listened to "We Still Don't Trust You." And I know you're like, yo, that album came out last year, but I didn't give it a chance. I said, fuck it. I was tired at the time when "We Don't Trust You" came out. You know the hype. You know Kendrick and all that shit. You know?
Yeah.
A lot going on around this time
Yeah.
last year. It's been a year since the beef.
Very.
Since Not Like
You
Us.
know what? I don't know if I want to say the album is solid.
Oh damn.
But it's not bad. It's not bad.
Okay.
It's not bad.
Okay.
You know, I like the production in. I think Metro pushed himself a little bit, you know, to do some different things. But Future, you know, solid. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
Like
Now,
mad quiet.
Oh my god, the pause.
also the weekend was on there way too much for me.
Mm.
Take that nigga off.
You know,
He's in.
Future going
He's
crazy.
no the weekend is an acquired
He's an acquired
taste.
taste.
Yeah,
You see,
okay, he's
he's
acquired.
like a middle light.
You gotta really like him to
now-
like him. You gotta really like him to like him now. Yeah.
What I really wanted to, I just want to give Sammy that shout out because I know I saw him on Sunday and he was listening to it. I said, all right, I'm gonna check it out again. I'm gonna give it a shot. I really want to get into Westside Gunn. Westside Gunn, the leader of Griselda, man. He dropped a EP called Heels Have Eyes. Heels being spelled Heels. And you know, Westside Gunn is a very he's not a rapper. He's an artist.
Okay.
It was an EP. I forget the number of songs off the top of my head. It was probably like 4 or 5. Let me make sure I'm not tripping. 5 songs. And the first 4 were more like they're all leading up to the main single, Egypt. Egypt's probably like that's the big song off of there.
Mm-hmm.
And it starts with this audio clip of Doechii talking about how she loves Westside Gunn, and then it just goes into Westside doing his Westside thing. Hey yo, you know, doing that whole thing.
Yeah, hey
You
yo,
feel me? And what is
I
so
seen the Mona Lisa at the Louvre. Hey yo,
exactly.
hey yo,
Exactly.
I was on the Eiffel Tower eating spaghetti with the Italians.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's always the way Westside Gunn go for a whole song,
Yeah.
and you be like, "This is fine. This is crazy."
He don't even say anything. I
So
got
what's
these
crazy
mink
about-
furs straight off the boat at the docks. At the mink with the fur.
I shot the bear,
Hey, yo,
cut it off myself, wrapped it over
I
my
can't do the
body.
voice. Hey yo. He gonna be
Oh god, y'all are
So
stupid.
he had Doechii on the original Egypt, which It's cool because Doechii ended up on the remix, on the Egypt remix, and man,
Okay.
when I tell you, I feel like I think the favorite, I think what we love about Doechii
Mm-hmm.
is what she can do over the boom baps,
Yo,
and
she
that we
can
don't
rap.
hear. We
Mm-hmm.
don't hear too many of our female artists rapping over boom bap a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and I would have loved to. I would have loved to hear Rhapsody over that too. I would have loved to hear like them two go back and forth. But just shout out to Westside Gunn. I mean, if he dropped the EP, you know, you gotta have a feeling something's coming. Griselda's on the move right now. You know, Benny the Butcher dropped the album. I haven't got to it yet, but it is out there in motion. So yeah, man, shout out to the artistry of Westside Gunn. You know, I know we talked about him one time on the show. I didn't really paint him in a good light, but I just, you know, some niggas, man, you listen to them for specific reasons. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
valid.
You may not tune in every day. You may not be like, you may not be on some like I gotta listen to so and so, but man, sometimes you need the feeling.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need a certain feeling, you want a certain vibe. You just, you know, and Westside Gunn can provide that. So yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to Griselda. And one more piece of news, man. La Russell dropped another daggone album. This nigga in total in his career has dropped 39.
That's a lot of
Damn.
albums.
That
Hey man,
is.
keep
39
grinding.
albums.
Yeah, keep shining, keep grinding. You feel me?
At a
Every day's a
certain
new
point,
day.
when does
Yeah.
quantity stop being better than quality?
It ain't stopping no time soon, my brother.
Guess
It
not.
ain't stopping no time soon. With all that being said, this is No Clearance Podcast, man. Shout out to our boy Elijah, man. Happy birthday to you, my dog. You know, hope you continue to enjoy your day out there in the streets of Philly. You feel me? And yeah, please, if you want to hear the story, the Houston trip, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Go to patreon.com/no clearance and subscribe to our Patreon for $5. And yeah, if you're watching this on the YouTube, hit subscribe. If you already subscribed, like the video. We greatly appreciate you very much. If you're listening to this on any audio platforms, just do what the audio platform tell you to do in regards to supporting the platform. Man, it's just so many we can't even keep up right now. You feel me? And that's all we got for y'all. Stay black.
Stay blessed.
Peace.